Hi everyone, so I'm just sorting my camera out, it keeps walking, there we go. Hi everyone and welcome back to World of Might. Today we have stage 7 of Battleship Bismark. Now, I am missing that, but we have some good news. I found the little rings, so as you can see I've got them now. We are missing one of these and the other side of the chain, but they will turn up. I am still trying to look for them. But rather than hold this build up any further, we can still progress it. I don't like doing that, but, you know, otherwise it's just going to sit and not get done. So let's do stage 7 of the gearbox for the bow. So as you can see, we'll be putting some chains onto this little wheel thing that we've got here with the cog. Putting a chain around that, putting the end of 704 onto here. And then, as you can see, putting a hook together, line that into the cross shaft. And then obviously assembling the anchors, and that is how we will look. So we can easily work around that. That's not a problem. As I said, I don't like doing that, but it is what it is. So first things first, what we need to do is we need to get this one, this little thing here. So let's just bring that down. So we need to get this little part here. As you can see, this one has a cog and this one is completely different. So what we need to do with this is we need to get our lovely little chain. And on here, be extremely careful because it is very, very thin. As you can see here, we have a little ring on it. So we've got a little ring. And what's going to happen is with that ring is it's going to go on this side and it will just sort of hover over slightly. But you need to get the ring so it's touching the edge of this grey little segment there. So that'll be that part there, all tickety-boo. Next, what we're going to do is put the drum on it, and as you can see in the drum, you've got like a little notch part there, which is going to marry up with the parts here. And the idea is that as you push that on, the chain is going to go through that notch. So let me just put that back on again. But basically, the idea is the chain goes through that notch. So if we just put that on and just try and feed that chain round a bit. Okay, so I think I'm just going to try the other one because one of these is directional and the other one isn't, so or it fits better, but yeah, this looks like it fits better. Yeah, so be careful with these because they both look the same, but one fits a lot better. So as you can see, that chain is now coming through that little notch there, as you can see. Really, really good. Now obviously what we would do on this stage is then put the other chain onto this segment here, but that is missing in action, so we will cover that in a later video. But what we're going to do is basically have something that looks like that. Then what will happen is we're now going to feed this into the housing. You've got two types of housing. One looks like this and the other one looks like that. Now the one we're going to be using is this one here because we're going to be resting that mechanism here. You can see that you've got a couple of notches either side of that there, and what's going to happen is you want it so that the cog is facing that way, and we're going to be basically resting this bar into these little notch parts here, so it will just basically sit like that. So the idea is that the wheel goes in these little gaps here, and as you can see, that feeds there like that. And that will basically just rest outwards, and then when the mechanism is on, it will wind the chain in. Now what we're going to do now is move swiftly on to step 1, and we're going to be putting these little anchor parts together. So I'm just going to get that. So this is one of the anchor parts, and what will happen is you will get this little section here, which is the anchor arm, and that's going to go through there, making sure that you put the circle at the bottom because otherwise it will not lock it. As you can see, that locks that into place. So that's that section done. Now comes the fiddly part because we have to thread this ring through that tiny hole, so we'll give it a go and we'll see how far we get on this. So it's quite nice, aren't you lucky? You're getting a Bismarck and a Titanic today. So you're pretty lucky there. But it just means that from next Tuesday we can move it on. So yeah, so I've got that little ring. I'm not going to lose that. But basically this is where the hard part comes in because we've got to somehow get into here. God blimey, this is changing off because I've got to get that ring into this segment here. It's probably best if you sort of pick it and then hook it in like I do here. As you can see, I've just got that hooked in perfectly. It might deteriorate a bit, but then once you push it through, you can just sort of bend it back together. But that's the easiest way I found it. As you can see, the shape there is slightly bent out a bit, but a couple of compressions and that should sort that out. But that's the easiest way I found to do it. And there we go, we've got our little hook on our anchor. Now this is where it gets even interestinger, because what happens after that will be revealed in the next step. So these parts here don't look like they get used. Obviously that part does, but this part doesn't. We will cover the other anchor as soon as we found this little bracket thing and the other chain. I was rather hoping that the chains would be put in the same bag, but they are not. But basically you'll have something looking like that, and obviously if we take the parts out that we're not going, we'll have something that looks like that. So that is obviously Battleship Bismark Stage 7 done, as you can see the completed work there. So yeah, I thought rather than hold it up, we can easily replace that in a different video. So yeah, it just means that we can move it along. There's no point waiting and taking ages to find it when we can't do it. But yeah, hopefully we'll have that ready by the next time. So next Tuesday we'll show you up what's coming up. Oh, it gets heavier and heavier, this little manual, this binder thing. So this is quite a groovy one, because in stage 8 we're going to be doing, I don't know if you guys can see that all, but in stage 8 we're going to be doing the section of the hull and deck details. So obviously assembling sections of the hull together. We're going to put that onto the lovely Bismarck section there, which is the other part of the hull. And then we're going to be putting some detailing on the foredeck there. And as you can see, a couple more details, and then we'll have something that looks like that. That's going to be coming up next Tuesday. I might do it live, I'm not sure yet, because I only tend to go live on a Wednesday and a Thursday just to try and ease the filming a bit, because it is quite hard work when you're doing lives all week. So, and I actually like it better when I do a couple of pre-records and a couple of lives. Just makes it a lot more easier. But that's coming up next Tuesday. So I hope you like that video. Please remember to like, share and subscribe. And if you do want to get this lovely build for yourself, head over to agoramodels.com and you can sign up to yourself. They do a 24-month pack or a 12-month pack, and you do get your first pack discounted for $49.99. So please remember to like, share and subscribe. Remember to tap the bell notification if you want to be notified of all the videos I do. That's Battleship Bismarck Stage 7. We'll see you next Tuesday for Stage 8 of the Battleship Bismarck. Bye guys.